morning, and welcome to New York's finest morning news. I'm your reporter, Brooke Buchanan. Today is January 12th, and it's a beautiful Wednesday morning here in New York City. First up on the agenda is sports. The New York Yankees, coming off their 20th consecutive losing season, are desperate to snap this drought. After 2 disappointing decades, they've made a big move in an attempt to make a change. They've hired a new manager out of Ohio, Brennan. Not much is known about Brennan, but reports are surfacing that he may have had a rocky past. Reportedly, he has spent 5 years in prison for unknown reasons and has been tried a number of times. One man close to the situation said, "I've known Bart a long time and can tell you that he's really not a good guy. He gets what he wants no matter what, and has one heck of a temper." Many people are unhappy with this decision, but the Yankees are looking to him to spark some wins for the team. He'll manage his first game 12 weeks from today when the Yankees take on the Detroit Tigers on their opening day.
The New York Yankees and the entire MLB are very excited to introduce Mr. Bart Brennan as the new head coach of the team. If any reporters have any questions, now would be the time to ask.
Bart, your past seems to be kind of shady. Can you confirm that you've had trouble following the law?
I have absolutely no interest in answering your questions like that. I think my past is nobody's business, and I will not be harassed like this. I feel more important than every other person in this room, and I will not let you talk to me like that.
Will this dark past of yours linger into the following season as manager of the Yankees?
My past will not affect this upcoming season at all. I'm more worried about winning games than what I did a few years ago, and I think that you guys should stop worrying so much about me and worry about what you guys are doing.
Okay, everyone, I think we have about time for one more question.
Brendan, your team's first game against the Detroit Tigers is in 2 weeks. What is your game plan going into it, and how confident are you feeling about your chances?
I feel incredibly confident about this upcoming season. I feel that the plan I have put in place is unmatched across the league. And if we do happen to lose, I do have a plan B for the next game and the entire rest of the season.
All right, can you explain what happened out there today?
I have absolutely no idea how we lost the game. I thought my plan was flawless, but I guess we were just screwed over by the umpires. I refuse to be embarrassed like this, so someone will have to pay.
Hey, Casey! Oh!
Major League Baseball is shocked today with news that Detroit Tigers star Casey Mize has gone missing following last night's game. He was last seen leaving the stadium following his fantastic start at the game against the New York Yankees. His departure was at 7:09 p.m. East Coast time. If anyone has any information regarding the whereabouts of Casey, please contact the authorities.
Hey! Oh!
As you all know by now, 7 baseball players have gone missing these past 2 months. The events surrounding their disappearances have been very mysterious, and authorities have had no luck in finding any of them. The entire MLB is deeply worried about these great men, and as a result, we have decided to suspend all baseball activities until further notice and hire a private detective to help locate these missing men. I would like to introduce all of you to Detective Jack Steer.
Good morning, everyone. My deepest condolences and prayers go out to the families of these lost players. I'm ready to start my investigation and will stop at nothing to bring these men back alive and well.
Detective Jack Steer is the best of the best. He graduated from Harvard at the top of his class and is an ex-Navy SEAL who was awarded a Medal of Honor for his heroic actions in Afghanistan. Anyone who has met the man can tell you about his immense strength of character and charming personality. If anyone can solve this horrendous mystery, it's him. At this time, we will be taking any questions for Detective Jack Steer.
Mr. Steer, how will your background as a Navy SEAL help you to catch whoever has been abducting these baseball players?
Thank you for your question. My training as a Navy SEAL has prepared me to defend myself if I ever need to. I'm a pretty calm person, but if I ever find the person responsible for these crimes, I won't hesitate to take them down and bring them to justice.
Detective, it seems like you work really hard and you genuinely care about the people you're helping. Can you tell me why that is?
Well, I think of the people I'm trying to help as my own family. If one of my brothers went missing, I would be lost. I would do anything to bring them back. And I want to see the best outcome for the people I search for, and will fight for them no matter what.
All right, well, with that, it looks like we're out of time. If anyone has any further questions or has tips on the investigation, feel free to contact me or Detective Steer.
Hello, Mr. Brundle. How are you doing? Are you upset about the postponement of the season?
I'm absolutely miserable. My entire life is the New York Yankees. And now they're just gonna hold up the season. My team was finally heating up too, but it just got ruined because some stupid players got kidnapped.
Kidnapped, you say? Seems like there's a pattern here, Brendel. Each of the 7 players went missing directly before or after playing your New York Yankees. You wouldn't happen to know anything about their whereabouts, would you?
How dare you insinuate something like that? I am disgusted at your lack of professionalism and aimless blaming. I have never kidnapped anybody. I will admit, however, I do respect whoever did it because it gave the Yankees a clear path to victory.
All right, Bart, you're getting a little heated up, so we're going to have to call the interview here. I'm going to gather some more information on the case, but I'm going to still keep in touch with you. Lose the 2 next time, and see you soon.
Good morning and welcome to the news. Today I have a very special guest with me, Detective Jack Steer. If you've been keeping up with the news over the last few months, then you know how important of a role he's been playing. He's the lead investigator in charge of the terrible situation occurring in the Major League Baseball. Today, after months of investigation and hundreds of interrogations, he has some updates on the case. Mr. Steer?
Good morning, Brooke. Thanks for having me. For those of you that have been keeping up with my case, you know how in-depth of a situation it was. Major League Baseball is in the middle of a crisis, and they put their trust in me to get them out of it. I can say today that after months and months of work, I have finally cracked the case. The man responsible for the kidnappings is Bart Brendel, manager of the New York Yankees. Over the course of the season, Brendel would sabotage his opponents by getting rid of their best player.
Wow, that is truly unbelievable. So, what does this mean? What's next?
Well, that's the problem. No one has seen or heard from Brendel since I interrogated him last week. He knew he was about to be caught, and so he ran. If anyone has seen him, please contact the authorities. The players are still being held captive, and at this point, their safety is the only thing that matters. To anyone watching that may be worried about the situation, I will promise you one thing. I will find Brendel, I will take him down, and I will get Major League Baseball out of this horrible period. You found him? I'll be right over.
Detective Steer.
Brennan. time of terror is over, Brendel. You have the right to remain silent.
Over the past few months, Major League Baseball has been in a state of chaos. I'm excited to inform you all, though, that the chaos is over. Yesterday, Detective Steer solved the case that bewildered us for such a long time. He found Coach Bart Brendel guilty of kidnapping, tracked him down when he was in hiding, and defeated him after a long battle. The players he held were all returned to safety. Without his brilliant detective work and bravery, these players might never have seen their families again. So, today, it is with my great pleasure that I honor Detective Steer. Due to his fantastic work, myself and the entire MLB found it fitting to offer him a job as head of security for the MLB. What do you say, Detective Steer?
Commissioner, I would be absolutely honored to take on this position. I can't wait to start my new duties, but I hope I never have to solve a problem quite like this ever again.
Me neither, Detective. Major League Baseball also found it fitting to have a memorial built. So, from this day forward, Coach Brendel's bat will hang on the wall of our offices. With this bat, he tormented so many teams, players, and fans. We find it fitting that now the bat will be looked at with honor. Anytime someone looks at it, they will not be reminded of the horrible events, but of the great courage that Detective Steer showed in solving the case.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the news. I figured I would skip right ahead and get into the story that everyone cares about. If you've been paying attention over the past few months, then you know about the horrific situation that occurred in the MLB. Today, however, the situation is finally resolved, and the season will restart next week. After months of chaos and a handful of missing players, Detective Steer was hired to solve the case. After a period of hard work, he finally did. He discovered that Bart Brendel, the manager of the New York Yankees, was actually the culprit. Steer found him in hiding, but barged in and arrested him. Brendel will go through his trial in the coming months, but as you can imagine, his sentence is all but determined. As for Steer, he has become a celebrity across the country, and is being praised by teams, players, and fans of the MLB. Without him, the situation could have been a lot worse, so I think I speak for everyone when I say, thank you, Detective Steer.